What's up, Mavletic lovers and listeners, and welcome back to Maverick Postgame. We've got another full show for you today as Mesa softball continues to put out dominating victories.
And Mesa baseball had a tough loss after a close game.
Plus, a dominating win from our men's lacrosse team.
And the women's tennis team have a demolishing match.
All of that and so much more as we move ahead into this recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. So with that being said, I'm your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I'm Jackson Moore.
Let's get into all the game-breaking stats, off-the-wall wins, heartbreaking losses, and in-depth analysis of our CMU athletics. Roll it!
Hello once again, everybody. I'm Jackson Moore.
And I am Grace Metcalf. Let's hop right in and take a look at all the Mavtastic action that took place this week here at CMU. This past Sunday, the Colorado Mesa softball team competed in a doubleheader against Black Hills State. Allie Disler hit 3 of Colorado Mesa University's 6 home runs, while pitchers Ellie Smith and Paige Adair allowed just 5 total hits for the Mavericks. The Mavericks posted 9-1 and 8-0 victories during the day, needing just 5 innings to win each game while completing a 4-game weekend sweep of the Yellow Jackets. CMU scored 38 and won 3 of the 4 contests via the mercy rule in 5 innings. In Game 1 of Sunday's doubleheader, the Lady Mavs scored 6 runs on the bottom of the first to put the game away early. Disler and Nicole Christensen hit home runs in the innings as the Mavericks sent all 9 starters to plate. Ava Fugate then hit a solo homer with 1 out in the third to extend the Mavs' lead to 7-0 before Lauren Wedman, Ashley Bradford, and Maya Arrieta all hit consecutive doubles in the bottom of the fourth to give the Mavs a 9-1 lead. The Yellow Jackets would score their only run in the fourth when Lizzie Johnson drew a 4-pitch walk to begin the inning. Smith allowed just 3 hits and a walk while striking out 5. Arrieta went 3 for 3 while Fugate was 2 for 2. Both had 2 RBIs while Christensen hit her 3-run home run. Ashley Bradford also went 2 for 3 in the lead-off spot. As a team, the Mavericks, taking a look at the first game statistics, once again dominated, leading with their 3 home runs and the Yellow Jackets 0. The Mavs also had more hits, 10-3, RBIs 9-1, and stolen bases 2-0.
This past Sunday, the Colorado Mesa baseball team fell short in a 10-9 loss to MSU Denver Roadrunners in a series finale in the RMAC matchup. After plating 2 runs in the top half of the first inning, the Mavericks fell behind a 3-2 and never led since. The Mavs fell behind 8-3 after 3 innings and then scored 3 runs in the top of the 4th inning to cut the lead 8-6, headed to the top of the 7th. The Mavericks scored 2 runs and still had bases loaded with 1 out. Colorado Mesa then struck out and had an infield pop-up that ended the threat. They only had the runners won on both the 8th and the 9th innings, but could get timely hit. Caleb Farmer continued his fantastic weekend by posting a 3-for-5 performance with a double and a home run with 3 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. The home run was his 18th of the season and led the team and the conference. Chase Hamilton and Robert Sahar each had 2 hits, while Julian Boyd had 4 runs driven in. As a team, the Mavericks did not succeed in a majority of the stats, but they did manage to have more stolen bases than the Roadrunners. The Mavs overall were close in different stats. The Mavs had 9 RBIs to the Roadrunners' 10 and had 10 hits to their 12.
This past Sunday, the Colorado Mesa men's lacrosse team competed against CSU Pueblo. Led by 4 total hat tricks and a suffocating defensive effort, the Mavs dominated in the RMAC action game 22-6. In the game, the Mavericks forced the Thunderwolves into 25 turnovers and held them to just 23 total shots, only 11 of which were on frame. After A.J. Switzerland, Caden Hathaway scored goals just 24 seconds apart to open the scoring. The Mavs offense was a bit stagnant for much of the opening quarter. However, the defense forced 8 pack turnovers in each of the first 2 frames as the offense started to roll in the final 5.5 minutes of the opening half. The Mavs scored 5 goals in that span as Jed Brumet and Drew Eichelman both had back-to-back goal stretches during that run that put the Mavs 10-2 at the half. James Steinke and CSU Pueblo's Logan Naves then exchanged goals to open the third before the Mavs went on another 4-0 run to build a 15-3 lead with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third. The Mavs then went on to score the final 6 goals of the game in a span of just 2 minutes and 26 seconds to put the game away as many of the CMU bench players saw out the victory.
The past Sunday, the Colorado Mesa women's tennis team claimed its 4th win in 9 days as they completed the sweepover. Colorado College by a crushing 7-0 senior day victory over the visiting Tigers. Mike Waldberger went out to post a 6-4 number 2 doubles win with Hallie Romero to clinch the doubles point before crushing Elizabeth Girian. Lauren Thomas also went 2-0 on the day in exhibition matches, pairing with Kenna Kelly for a 6-2 doubles win before scoring an 8-1 singles win. The Maverick underclassmen were also quite strong as freshmen McKenna Livingston and Macy Richards scored a 6-2 number in a doubles win. Sophomore Juliana Campos and Paige Furin then made a 3-for-3 weekend at number 3 doubles. The Maverick youngsters continued to roll in more wins during the single matches.
Now that we have recapped some of the games, it's time to announce our Maverick of the Week. Our Maverick of the Week goes to Paige Adair. Paige was named the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference's Softball Pitcher of the Week for the 3rd time for the season. Paige struck out a career-high 13 batters in Saturday's series opener, allowing just 2 hits and 1 run before coming back to record a 2-hit shutout in the series final on Sunday. Congratulations, Paige, for your outstanding performance. You are our Maverick of the Week. We are now at the end of our show, and it is time for our closing statements. My closing thought is on how it is anticipated that the Mavs softball team will go head-to-head against the Cougars for what is more and more likely to be the RMAC title deciding series. I'm sure they will make it, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see them bring home a title win later on in the season.
Hey, that is neat, and I'm sure they will do well. My closing thought is on how our men's tennis team had a win where 2 of the seniors pulled out 3 set single victories and a combined 4 wins. It was a great way for them to possibly finish their season, assuming they aren't selected for the Pac West tournament.
For sure. Now that we have wrapped up all the action from this week and given our closing thoughts, it is time to close the show. Thank you everyone so much for joining us this week on Maverick Postgame. I've been your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I've been Jackson Moore.
We'll catch you next week on an all-new recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. Stay safe, Mavs, study hard, go to a game or 2, and of course, have yourselves a amazing day.